Welcome back into the AEL University Elite Series of CS2! My name is ZK with the one and only Messi! How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy, pretty hyped up. We got games coming at us live again at CS2. I can't think of anything better. Sorry, other games. CS2 is the one for me. But, well, you know what else is the one for me? Our sponsors!
Woo!
It's time to talk about our absolute favorites. Starting things off, it's AGON by AOC, the gaming monitor partner who provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Check them out. I've got one on my right. They're pretty awesome. Love the quality. But speaking of quality, check out Indomie, the noodle partner, made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
Thank you so much to all those beautiful sponsors, and we are getting ourselves ready for a night of beautiful play. And of course, before we do go into this, we gotta have a look at the standings from last week. We gotta see where all the spots are going. The universities are going crazy. Everyone is just doing their absolute best. And so, just like in Elite Series standings, we don't really get to know who's going to be on top every single week. So UNSW right now, with their round win, they're going to be up number 1 on that beautiful spot, followed by RMIT, Monash, Adelaide University, UM, and UCIT. And I got to say, out of all of these teams, Adelaide University should be staying very proud. This is their win. This is the time that they actually started to shine and that, people are starting to come together. Oh, that being said, though, we still have another week of going through right now, and looking at the matches at 7 p.m., you have UM against UC, followed by Monash against UNSW, and 9 p.m., the big one, RMIT against Adelaide University, and it is guaranteed to be a banger.
Absolutely bangers, and all the mash, the monster mash coming on screens tonight. I'm really keen to see, I guess, how these teams are going to shape up, because we've seen a lot of growth from all the rosters as the weeks have progressed so far, and I'm really excited to see, I guess, how much further they're going to take it. I feel like this is probably one of the more exciting seasons that I've ever seen. But speaking of exciting stuff, let's talk about our match right now. Take a look at our first one. It's UOM taking on UCID here. We got GG's, Luke, Jun, FWA 952 on the UOM side. UCID, they got Park Rain, Backpack Brain, Starly, Og, and W's, or WS. I like W's better. I don't know. What do you think, Richard?
I was actually going to say WS, but when you said W's, I was like, oh, yeah. That's
just taking W's.
Yeah, that's next level naming. Like, that's cool. Like, both teams, I believe they are, still struggling, trying to get something done for their side. They've had, really rough matches from the first two, and now, it's the time for them to pick up a match, whether it's going to be UAM, whether it's going to be UCID. I'm still struggling to pick between the two, because we have seen FWA 952, do really good stuff, and even GG is returning from last season. They've, been very good players. It's just that their synergy hasn't really come together. UCID on the other side, it's a brand new team. We haven't really seen too much out of them yet, but we have seen, Park Rank really doing well, fragging away. He is their main sniper as well, so that could be something that we can be going into it. But the rest of the team from UCID hasn't really looked like that they've gelled together just yet. So it's very interesting to see what they're going to bring to the table this week.
Absolutely. Definitely keen to see exactly what's going to be presented to us here at the table and to see what else is going to be unfolding. Because, we've seen, I guess, a pretty fun split of maps, to be honest, all throughout the season so far. And speaking of maps, I'm actually pretty curious to see which map it's going to be. Well, there it is. We're starting on Ancient, Richard. Oh boy, here we go again. Hey, we're not getting the mad like last week. We might get Ancient and maybe something else in between. I'm keen to see if we get AMA. AMA,
yeah.
Ancient, Mirage, Anubis. Maybe we get AMA.
That'd be alright.
Who knows?
Look, I'm not the biggest fan of starting with Ancient, because I always think it's one of those anchor maps. It's one that where everyone's like, we played all our best maps, now it's the decider, we got pushed into Ancient, let's play it. It's one of those kind of feelings. No one really has the perfect synergy when it comes down to it. I feel like the map still it's in desire of the need of an upgrade. I say that because Ancient just got added back into the pools for everyone to play a few patches back, but it's still, not on the high scale list where every team just goes, we're gonna go and have the best Ancient map out there. You're not gonna be able to see us coming. It's just, there's too many things to be considering and not enough angles for the CT side, and that's why it's not as stellar of a player that we do get in. But nevertheless, there is Anubis, and Anubis could obviously do the same thing to us, but at least Anubis we see a lot more action, a lot more faster playstyle, and yeah, here we go. It is the ninth round off.
Yeah, time to chop it up into this round here. See who gets the finest cut out of this one. Luke's already trying their skills out at spawn there. Park Rain and Co, though, ready to flow in right now. They got the face off, already taking a bit of damage maybe from their teammate. There we have it. They're cutting through every single player right now. It is favouring you, Sid, unless a miracle happens, but it is going to be you, Sid, taking away Starly there. Doing a great job taking a stellar approach into it. You can see the sides have switched. You, Sid, on CT now. UOM on the T side. We are going to be getting underway momentarily. A slight pause while everyone gets ready to heed the call to arms here and see who will be left in harm's way. Looks like Fwa just having a little reset there, so they should be back in a second. All good and well, but gives a good opportunity for players to, keep themselves all set up, all hunky-dory here. As you can see from our map videos as well, we had Anubis spanned out initially, Inferno to follow, Newt taken out, Dust 2, Vertigo, Mirage, and left us with Ancient. Very curious to see, I suppose, how this map pool does transform over time, as we've talked about time and time again. We are seeing little glimmers of hope, little pieces of or screenshots out in the wild there of some potential new or old maps being added back to the pool. Maybe Cobblestone could be on the horizon. Maybe you could see Cash coming back. I feel like a good idea out of those kind of conversations, as a matter of fact, Richard, is even if they didn't bring, let's say, Cobblestone or Cash back properly into the pool, if they had, like, maybe a show match, like, a special event type thing at, let's say, a major tournament or something, where they get to actually play one of those older maps, just for, even just for a bit of fun, just, like, say, get some of the ex-pros or something in, like, a showcase match. I feel like that would be a lot of fun, if something like that was able to be a little showcase thing. I don't know. What do you think?
It wouldn't be the worst idea out there. I think it would be pretty good because, we've only been watching CS for the last 3 decades, right? Everyone's been like, getting there. Everyone's catching up to the lore, the story of how every esporting team is out there, especially at the high level. And we do miss it. Nostalgia is definitely a bullet that we definitely, want to swallow down and want to bring back sometimes. It's just that as much as we do love them, we also crave for the extra loot that comes with the responsibilities, and we all beg Lord Gaben to enable more success. But Lord Gaben says, why do we need to do anything when we win just by sitting and doing nothing? Right? That's the argument. If you look at the maps right here, like banning where Anubis, it's understandable. But a map like Inferno, no one wants to play it. You look at Nuke, definitely unless you practice. Yep, it's done. Dust 2, the newest Dust 2 is not the return to form. This is like the step cousin that you kind of want to visit maybe once every 3 years that has returned to visit, and it's like, hey, let's be friends. That's I get it. It's just that the state of CS2 right now hasn't really been the greatest start. Definitely stumbled over a few stones, and I can understand that. But I hope, I hope that we do get some form of a reassurance, whether we do get into, I don't know, like a show match between Office, a shootout between Aztec, a shootout of like Cobble, Cash, and then followed by maybe Ice World just to have some fun. I think it will be a much better free-for-all event than any LAN sporting tournaments that you do have right now. What happened to the good old big LAN where you watch esports and you have like 300 people playing in that hall?
Yeah, I suppose it really does go to show like how things have changed over time, right? Because you do see those kinds of classic images, you could call them now, of like those old lands where you had everyone in just a massive hall, and everyone would just be side by side, PCs all around, just the golden days even, you can call them. But it just isn't mostly the same anymore. And it's a shame to see, really, but I'd be hopeful that maybe there could be something like that again in the future. You know, I think that would be a lot of fun. Maybe even they put Assault into a tournament. Who knows?
Yeah, like
hostage map tournament.
oh wow, hostage maps. Wow, yeah. You're never gonna be able to afford an AR in those kind of maps. People are gonna be killing left, right, and center just for salt. But like, yeah, definitely. I was in that era, and I really liked visiting the net cafe. Despite I can play everything at home, no worries. But it was just the atmosphere. You go in the land. There's not that much. There's no lag. It's zero existence, and you know how cool it's not even like full team balance. It's like 16 with 16, and then it goes down to like 23 to like the remainder and 9 people, and the 9 people start winning. It's just a mess. Hopefully one day people work out the right solution to host the internet cafe as it is supposed to be. So say for example, some really rich dude decided to go, all right, I'm going to do a 3-level internet cafe. There's going to be 99 PCs available that you can do a COD lobby or something. That could be something. Or if you want to do a whole level of CS2, it's bringing back that kind of interaction. Although it's a lot more like different, but it's moving towards the future and give people that kind of like excuse to go outside to be on the inside while playing games. Like that's an exposure.
Yeah, I think that sense of inclusion or connectivity or connection has really been lost over time. But I am hopeful that we do get to see something like that heading forward into the future. But speaking of the future's now. We have our game before us here. Ancient's back, Wire's back, and I am so keen to see what they can do. So we are going to get into round number 1 now. T's looking to just gun it down towards the A side here. 2 players already posted up main. They've got 1 in double doors, just seeking out info on B. And our elbow player is going to unite as well. So I like how CTs, they've got a couple of players in donut, so they can play that reactive rotate role. They've also got Park Rain in mid, who can wrap around the corner if they get the spot here. Backpack range. First contact opens up strongly.
Okay, just getting a feel of these dinks in, trying to go through. Jew is gonna activate. Triple kill next to his name. They are gonna push the rest of UC out of here, and it's a little bit of a tough one. Pog needs to go back in with W's, and it's a tough one. They need to go for it. They have the kid. A 2v4, and GG is going to make it a little bit more painful. W's, he's out of there. He doesn't really have too much. He's going to try to get as many kills as he can. He gets the 1, although it was a little bit of a team kill. Yeah, there's still a little bit more to do, and Wire is going to get him out. And yeah, it's UOM. They get the dream start, and this is going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great, and it's going to get even greater, considering they get that first round under their belt. Looking solid. CT's just going to be sticking it out, not picking up too much. Park Rain is very keen. The rest of their team, not so much. They're bringing out the Mag 7 of all things. Don't see that one every day. I'm quite excited to see exactly what they're going to be able to do with that one. Because, that could be the prayer that they're hoping to get answered here. If they find all the kills with the Mag 7, it could be really an enjoyable experience. He's around the corner right now. There's an open opportunity. If they try and seek out some ground through to the cave here, this could be immense. They're already starting off, though. Their teammates are opening it up. W's getting some momentum in mid there. Have lost a bit of traction, but now it's just down to Jun. 1 player standing. 3 CTs remain. They've dinked Jun, and somehow, against the odds, they've taken control of the round. Richard, what has unfolded just now?
I'm confused. I'm confused about that one. UOM, they had everything. They had the setup, they had the utilities. All they had to do was just throw it and go for it. But they gave so much respect, and they looked like they were hesitant against UC. So UC just said, all right, well, if you're not going to come to me, we got nothing else to lose except maybe a swag 7 out of this one. And that was a terrible round to be losing for UOM. They should be kicking themselves, as they are going to try to get something done. It's just, the Galil's gonna be there. I'm not sure if, they can regain that kind of urgency, but they are gonna find the 1 kill, but it's gonna instantly find someone back onto their side. Park Rain onto the side with an AK. Like, you guys, it's just he's cut them off. It's 3v2. It's not the greatest play right there, but it's also something where UC can challenge, and they say, all right, as soon as you decide to plant, we're going to quickly regroup and get this one through. It's really rough.
Yeah, it's definitely a dire situation. One they might struggle to get out of. 3 versus 2 for now, though. I like Fire's position here. This could be really big. Patience is big, but unfortunately it doesn't pay off there. And they will be able to take control of that one a little more. GG's. Does have open season on this B site, though, so at least they can get the bomb down there. Look to get a bit more money in their pockets heading towards round 4. Got the Galil as well, looking to hold this corner now. See if they can catch them creeping up the lanes there. They can hear some shots coming out. The timing going to be big here, but not big enough. Hog holding the angle. Gets the kill. Will be able to successfully take the lead here. Well played by UCID, maintaining course.
I think UOM were just going to have to take what they can get. Like, they were already down a member, and then on top, they also... It was... nothing else that you could have really hoped for, maybe taking an extra kill besides the bomb plant. The minds of UM right now, it's a little bit funny when it comes down to the execution, but at least that's a little bit more money. They are still going to just be opting for pistols. There's a few buys here and there. I'm not as well with how this is going to be played. So there is going to be the 5-stack, which is good to see. The 5-stack, they have to eat the nade and go for this one, which they are going to be able to do, and all of a sudden they are going to be rushing and picking up 2 massive kills and securing this site.
Yeah, great use of momentum there. Gets them the man advantage and that site control. Gonna force UCID into quite the predicament here. Looks like they're just gonna opt in for the save this time. See if they can maintain their own economy. I mean, it's a bit all over the place, but they've still got at least the potential to push themselves back into action. Still a really big opportunity stolen by UOM here. They're going to be very chuffed with the result of that one there. We'll see if they can find a bit more as well. I guess at the moment, Richard, it feels like a seesaw-like game, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't know what they are supposed to be achieving, but it looks like both sides... Yeah, it's trying to give way too much respect to the other side. They're not really keeping to the economy, gangs, right? Usually you should be able to check, what everyone's got in the economy. You should know exactly when you should challenge it. I don't really agree with how they decided to just call without really, go for the rest. I mean, they could go body to body and make it expensive for UAM because they came in with pistols. They didn't really come in with, anything else. So, yes, you are going to sacrifice some assault rifles, but at the same time, you continuously deny what they can carry over to the next one, especially denying the easy money, and you should be okay. But Park Rank, he's got an AWP, so he's going to make that a little bit more expensive. And 952, I don't think he was in mind to challenge that one through, but nevertheless, it's a great start for UCID as they are starting to take more control into the early map.
Yeah, they're certainly looking to take strides towards that control there. They can stroll past a little more. Ooh, almost some solid timing from W's there, waiting out that smoke. Seeing if they can catch anything over the top there, but unfortunately, they weren't able to deliver the results here. So we'll be forced to just spill back for a second. See if they can hold it steady for a little longer. Dali. Good nade does manage to hold back here. They've got their teammate on support as well. Tease. Gonna stroll in now. Flashes and smokes. Gonna hold them back for the moment. Now, they put the pressure on. They're in, and they've locked it down.
And 2 very fast kills given over. And this is a 3v4. They had the side and W's sticking a little bit too much and was stuck. There was no way he could have just gotten out of that one. Unfortunate situation. And yeah, that's just going to be everyone else. There is the AWP re-pickup as well. Park Rank, although he got the early frag right there, it's a very costly round. So they are going to be on a buy, but this is going to be, it's a semi-buy. This doesn't have as much room as possible to wiggle. And I'm not sure about it. It feels like both sides is still trying to figure each other out. With round number 6, someone needs to start pulling ahead and really just give that yeah, give a little bit of an opening coming out, and I'm afraid that UOM, I don't know if I fully agree with the double orb attacking, but yeah, they say we are going to do it anyway, as Starlet takes a ton of damage.
Ton of damage, and maybe a ton more on its way through as well. Now I'm going to stick it out. Backpack Brain goes down. Good trade from W's, but they will fall in the rubble also. Trying to see if they can stifle their efforts there. UOM managed to stay on top, though. They have made a pretty break free of this prison, I suppose, that they've been placed in. The rounds have certainly not been easy for them. But we'll see if this next one, round 7, is going to take them to heaven and take control of a round. Close that gap a little bit here. Whether it could widen. All coming down to these moments as we head into the early game now. Util spilling out. Elbows cut off. And towards Donut. Mid there looking to be cut off as well. Heavy spillage a T-player moment. Let's see what we can do. Just have to hold it steady for a little bit longer though.
Oh boy. It's happening again. There's going to be a lot. And they are all showing Backpack Ray. He's trying his best, but he's being dinked. And there's nothing you can do about it. They all pop out, trying to get this one through. There's going to be some play, some bullets. But they're not going to be able to stop the bomb, which is all UM was looking for. Right now, they have an MVP. They have a headshot onto W's. Things are starting to devolve. June's walking through the smoke. They don't see each other. They are just getting everything through. He wants to pick up a gun. And they're walking through the smoke without any info. It's a 2v2 situation. There is still the play, but Pop's going to exchange it. June! He gets 2 massive kills in the end. They clutch it out. What is happening? There is the problem, right? Once again, Matsy, is 2 orbs. You haven't really got control out of the other side just yet. You're trying to maintain that supreme defense or the supreme offense, trying to, just say, I'm better with it. But right now, it has costed both teams dearly. From Luke 1G's. The man is going to be the 4-1 power coming in. The rest of his team is less stellar with pistols, techies. It's fine. It's something that they can really make a beeline for, and they are going to make a complete beeline to the B side. They are just going for it. WS is going to quickly just get in some action with Hog as well. There is the miss, but Puck Rain is going to readjust. They are going to quickly secure for the next one. And as they are going to go to this, the shots is not connecting. He want to knife him because he was out of bullets, but Park Rain is going to live. He's going to survive. June, he's got an AK. He's trying. He's getting the heads tapped, but you got to be careful. The defuse is coming through, although there is no kit. Backpack Ray. Yeah! Real pros don't fake.
That's right, pros don't fake, and they will make no mistake, taking control of that round, having the lead. One more round to go now. Are they going to be able to take it one step further? Hold on to the lead here, or will UOM strike back at the best possible moment and be able to go toe-to-toe, 6 for 6 at the halfway point? All going to be tested into this one now, as the smokes rain down upon the map here. Cutting off that Xbox angle through towards the outside of cave there already, though. The aggression from Starly paying dividends there. They find an opener. Pushing Luke around the corner there. A grander start for you, Sid. But there's still much more to come. On towards that A side. Park Rain says goodnight to Foy. Their teammates may be looking to follow in their footsteps, but they prevail. Starly's down and opening.
I'm not sure about that position from Starly. He was too greedy for the information. And now W is by himself. He needs the immediate backup. Park Rain is going to quickly rotate. He's being checked. Got to be careful. 952 also coming up onto this one. There is going to be the exchange. But the AWP survives. There is going to be the play. Pog wants to go through. He wants to know where the bomb is. Sees nothing until now. GG's is going to pop out. Park Rain drops him. Bomb is there.
Quite difficult for them to get back in action.
I'm not sure if that's what you wanted to do, because this is really rough for you, Sid. They've all stacked and they're all stuck. Starly's gonna at least pick up another kill right now, trying his best. But his best is not going to cut it right now. UAM is going to successfully defend this one up. You see it on the Switch. They've lost 2 in a row. Right now, economy, it's in the dumps. They're not going to be able to buy too much out of it. I think it's just going to be get some deagles in. If you do want to buy anything, you can. Hulk, though, he says, no, give me that 8K. We do want to get in, make a play. Okay, and it's going to be a rough one, but maybe they will find an angle.
Find an angle, ready to see. They can strangle something more through. They are just going to be